Okay, sorry about that. Now we're back to the second part of Real Talk with Kara and Monique, video 3. The main topic was racial wars, but I'll get off topic because some things just deserve to be talked about. Um, I was talking about at the end of my last video that some people felt like I named my son a white name. Like, what is a white name? Because his name isn't Shaquante or Hashafijo or some crazy, like, really out there name. That's a white name. Hmm. Well, if that be the case, I guess my name is a white name. But one thing about it, I'm not just going to let my name get me places. My actions are going to speak for me. My reputation is going to speak for me. So regardless of if my name was Karen or Shaquande or whatever kind of crazy name I can think of, then my work is going to speak for me. Um, next thing I was going to talk about as far as the race is concerned was how we as black people always interact with each other. Now this is going to step on toes, and like I said, I don't care. I just like to mention that it's going to be a toe step on moment. The word nigga, Nigga. A lot of people use that as a term of endearment, but when it's used in the wrong hands and by the wrong person, it's fighting words. That's a touchy thing because some people other than black people, may feel like because they grew up around black people or they have black friends or they have this or they have that, they can use that they have the pass to use it. If we want people to start respecting us as black people, we have to start respecting each other. It's just like women in the word bitch. We got to stop saying, hey, bitch, when we see each other. You can't expect somebody to respect you if you're referring to yourself as that. You can't expect somebody to respect you if you be like, oh, yo, that's my nigga over there. We coming to chill. No. Get out of here. You set the precedence for how people treat you. Now, if you're carrying yourself respectfully, or if you're not carrying yourself respectfully, nobody has the right to call you out your name. But my whole thing is this. As a society as a whole, not just black people, white people, Latinos, everybody, they see how we treat each other, and I can only speak from being a black person. And I'm not going to say I'm sure this is how it is for another race, but I know that they see how we treat each other, and that set the precedence for how we're not allowing them to treat us in a negative way, but how we are treated. And I also feel like when a black person is striving to be successful, they're not trying to act white. Because success is not restricted by race, creed, color, gender, orientation. It's not restricted to that. Your success is created by you putting in hard work and reaping the benefits of that hard work. Because if people had it their way, men would be the only ones working. That's just a given right there. Because this is not a female driven society. This is a society where women are objectified and looked at as sex objects, and if you're not a certain size, if you're not a certain weight, if you don't fit a certain ideal, then you won't get this finger feel. See, this finger is naked. This finger, I want a close up on that. This finger is naked. It's not going to be naked for too much longer because I already know that. But society has it out there that it's okay. Oh, we dated for a little bit. We gonna shack up, and then he gonna marry me. Oh, girl, he's gonna marry me. He lived with me for 8 years. This man gonna marry me. I had to take my glasses off on that. Sometimes he marries you, but a lot of times he doesn't because guess what? He's getting what he wants. So that's why I say we set the precedence on how people treat us. Um, I'm kind of glad my fingers. naked. I want a companion. I want to be married. But I don't want it to just be anybody. I'm not just going to accept a ring just because it's a ring. It's the person that the ring is coming from that matters to me. I'm not worried about material things. As long as being provided for is being done, that's what it is. And that's another thing. That leads me to my next topic. Women who expect men to take care of them. If you come into this situation with a box, I think Martin said it. If you come into this situation with a box, guess what you're leaving with? A box. Goodbye, you and your box. You're not gonna put everything that you got, I get, and work hard for in your box. Now, if we end up married and together, we of course have mutual things, but you don't have anything you bring it to the table. I have a degree. As long as a man has a decent job that gets the bills paid and that we're comfortable, I'm fine. I'm not saying that the man that I marry has to have a degree. I prefer that. But at the flip side, if he has a job that he's getting paid more without a degree, that's fine too. But I don't expect someone who, well, I didn't finish high school and I don't even have a GED. Like, that's not equal. That's like a giant to a grasshopper. It's not equal. Like, yeah, people might say, well, you're just gonna be a teacher or you just gonna own a daycare, you're not gonna make a lot of money. But at least I'm about something. I'm doing something with my life. And I can't say that I'm just gonna accept any man. Like, this is leading me into a lot of topics and I really wish I had the time to address every single topic. But I can say this, as people, I'm talking about the human race, we all need to respect each other. You don't have to like somebody to respect them. I can think of a couple of people that I respect that I don't really like, but I respect them because they were true to themselves. I respect them because they stood by what they meant. And I feel like a lot of times with us black people, yes, and as much as we don't like it, usually when it's a group of non-blacks and you're the one or two blacks, usually we are the representative of the black race. But that doesn't mean that all blacks are that way. Just like when there's a group of black people and there's a Caucasian person, they're not the representative. They are the representative as far as their physical body, but they are not the representative of the entire race. You gotta think, like, if you had a bad experience with one person from a certain race, every race is not like that. Or every person, excuse me, every person in that race is not like that. And I don't know. This race conversation is getting kind of weary because I really want to delve into it a little more. But I really want to go back to the conversation about having higher expectations than you're willing to give. When you're entering into a relationship, and yes, I switched the topic real fast. I just switched it real fast. That's what I like about doing my own website. But when you're entering into a relationship, you set your standards. You let it be known what you like. You let it be known what you don't like. You hear their like and you hear their dislike. Excuse me. You don't lower them. There are some things you can compromise on, but there are some things that you can't. You have to have the things that you can't compromise on. I honestly cannot compromise on marrying a felon. Can't can't do it because of the type of business I'm trying to go into. Because I know I might have to work out of our home if we get married. When whatever, and I don't want to compromise my money. I know I can't compromise on religion. I just went through this with somebody that they tried to change what I believe in and basically told me what my beliefs are faulty and false. Like, it's a bunch of mess out here, and dating just in general sucks, with or without a child. It sucks. But I know all in all, it's going to be worth it in the end. But I just leaped from topic to topic on y'all today. Like, really? Today's been that kind of day. Like, it's been a pretty stagnant day. So that's how my thought pattern is today. Um, but yeah, you can't expect to put in little and get out a lot. That's a user. And relationships shouldn't be about usury. You should be willing to put in a lot and expect to get a lot back. I'm not just talking about, ooh, a person with a degree has to be with another person with a degree. I'm talking about if you have your own place and you expect your partner to have their own place, that's a good standard to have. Because then you don't have to worry about going over his mama's house and feeling weird and y'all hugging up on your mom on the mama couch. The mama get tired of seeing you if you're a female, the mama get tired of seeing you if you're a male. Like really? I know everybody's not fortunate enough to have their own place, and I know everybody is not able to have their own place. But try to stay within your means. Like, don't expect somebody to do something for you that you're not willing to do yourself. If you're not willing to be happy by yourself, then don't expect somebody else to make you happy. Like I always say, you want somebody to compliment and not complicate you. And if that person wants to change who you are and change what you do in the negative direction, you don't need to deal with them. But if that person wants to enhance your life and compliment and upgrade your life in the positive direction, go for it. But I'm going to go ahead and keep this short because I got a million other things to do other than this. But I want your comments, I want your feedback, and I appreciate the feedback I've been getting so far. So peace, and the naked rings to your testes. Um, um, and I'll connect with you guys later. Have a good and blessed day.